Let's make a dress. So I woke up the other day with, for some reason, the absolute urge to sew something, despite never really making anything in my life, but I wanted to make a piece of clothing. I thought, how fun would it be to take you with me and, I don't know, try new things. I was thinking this could maybe be the start of like a new series where I do things I've never done before and just see why not. You know what I mean? I found this Hubba Ding dress. It says it's a very easy dress to make. There's no like buttons or zippers or anything crazy. So I cut out like a miniature version of the pattern. I should try and sew something small before I ruin all the material I bought. So I might do that first. Ugh. And let me show you what fabric I got. I was thinking for the miniature version of using this gingham. I don't know if this will be enough, but I had found this and I thought this material was just so adorable that I couldn't pass it up. For the big version, I had found this. It was on sale. It's like a gauzy cottony blue and I figured it would drape really nicely, like if I messed up. And it also seemed like the fabric was easy to sew, like it wasn't like fraying or like falling apart in any way. So I got 3 yards. I don't want to say recipe. Not recipe. The pattern calls for 2.5 yards, but I got 3 because we all know why I got 3. I also have, look at this, 2 sewing machines, despite never really sewing. I think me and my roommate just like the aesthetic of sewing machines. We also have like a mannequin that I'm sure you'll see. I've never sewed anything with a pattern, and I'm excited to take you on this journey of trying to make a dress. This might just be something that I absolutely never wear ever. Or maybe I can do a little photo shoot in it. That would actually be really fun too. That gives me some like willpower to make this good if I have plans for it. I don't know, instead of just doing it for fun. Now it has a purpose. I need this for a photo shoot. I don't know. Should I make the small version first? Or should I just go for it? I should make the small version first because I've never read a pattern before either, and I feel like I might mess it up. So let's do that. Also, just ignore the fact that this room is kind of messy. It is like our art and craft room / also things we need to sell on like Facebook Marketplace. So it gets kind of crowded in here. But anyway, this might not be enough. Fold the fabric and lay the pattern pieces out as shown in the picture below. The first one's like this. This might actually be significantly harder filming. Sewing something tiny. Okay, I definitely need to iron this first though. I want to make this good. Even the tiny version. Let me grab my iron. What if this ends up being like a full-blown tutorial? What if I'm like so good at sewing? A wrong side of fabric. I'm glad I looked at that. That's why we read instructions. Do these have folds? Place this edge on the fold. It does have a fold. Place this edge on the fold. I'm supposed to do 2 of these? Honestly, I feel like I got this. I feel like as long as I know how to read, I'll be okay. Should I cut it like this? Should I cut it with scissors? This is scary. Okay, there's one. Look at these. We got our first set of pieces here. Honestly, when I'm making the bigger dress, it may be easier on some of this, but yeah, so let's cut this out. Okay, we got all our pieces. Let's see what's next. Hey there. With the right sides of the fabric facing each other, sew the front and back bodice pieces together at the shoulder. Seam allowance is 1 centimeter. I don't know if there's gonna be seam allowance. This dress is gonna be like this big. It's like not quite lining up. I guess I'll just sew it and see what happens. So it says to sew these top pieces together. I guess I'll start with these bottom pieces. We're gonna double stitch everything because it's so tiny. This whole thing is gonna be just a little bit wrong, I think. No one ever taught me how to properly use a sewing machine, so if you know how to sew, I'm so sorry, please don't judge this. That's not bad. What? Look at him! I think because it's so small, I'm gonna leave a lot of the edges just raw. On the bigger one, we'll sew them right, but I can't. It's too tiny. Look at this mess I've created. But you get the idea. It's almost okay looking. We have our 2 sleeve pieces. I feel like I read all that and didn't understand a single word. So the underarm seams. In the armholes of the bodice, match the notches on the sleeve with the notches on the bodice. There are no notches. Oh, like that. Oh, I definitely did that wrong. This is so messy, but you can see the vision. I'm gonna do the other sleeve now. It's getting there. Look at it. So now we're gonna move on to the skirt. It's probably be the easiest stitch I've done so far. It's just a straight line finally. That was easy. Sew a row around the top skirt. Bodice. This is honestly pretty bad. Yeah, no words. It's not great, but I do think that if it's bigger, I think it'll be better. I think it'll be easier. And I did learn a lot because I accidentally put the skirt on the wrong way. I think it was supposed to go this way. It's a little kind of long. It's really long actually. Trust the vision and we'll see if we can make a bigger version that actually looks better and that hopefully actually fits me. That'll be the tough part, I think. Yeah, I guess let's just try. Let's just try and make it and see what happens. For the actual sized pattern, it like comes like this. You're supposed to tape it together. I'm just hoping that the sizing is accurate. So I'm gonna cut all of these out so that way they're true to size, and then I'm gonna tape them together, and then from there you can cut them out. Oh, I think I'm gonna listen to some music while I do this because it seems like it's gonna be a tedious task. All right, so we have all these cut to size, so now we're gonna tape them together. She's rough. I'm gonna cut out all of the individual pieces, kind of like how I did with the little version. I think I'm gonna use this cutter tool instead of scissors because I feel like this will be more accurate, maybe? We got first piece done. That wasn't too bad. All right, so we have all of our pieces cut, and now it's time to start sewing. We're just gonna go for it, I guess. I honestly don't know if there's a right or a wrong side to this fabric, which is kind of a beautiful thing. Because then if I mess up, you won't be able to tell as much. You know the meme or the TikTok? It's probably kind of old now, but do you know the one that where they're like at like the barber or something and they're like, oh, can I get a bob? And the barber's like, yeah, do you mind if I listen to music to help me focus? And the person getting the haircut's like, no, that's okay. And then they put the headphones on and it's like, how to cut a bob for beginners. It's kind of how I feel, except I'm not watching sewing videos, but I probably should be. Lo-fi gets me kind of like in a creative zone. And I feel like this is a lo-fi type of thing. Because if I listen to a podcast, I'm gonna be like focused on the podcast and not on the task at hand. All right, here's the reveal of our little top section. I will revisit you, I think, when we're onto the sleeves, because I do feel like the collar is gonna take me a second, but I'm gonna iron the seams down and try and do like a finish as it says in the instructions. I'm not sure exactly what that means. I might watch a YouTube video on it. I might just wing it. We're gonna mess around with it. But yeah, I will come back when we do the sleeves, or maybe a little after the sleeves. Sorry for the awkward lighting change. The sun sets through this window, so I had to put this curtain up. I am on the second sleeve, and I messed up, I think, a little bit, because I didn't realize there were notches in the pattern. So like the different sleeves go on different sides, and they mirror each other, and so I accidentally made the same sleeve twice, because I didn't realize there was a notch to indicate that it was a mirrored thing. And because there's no right side or wrong side of the fabric, I accidentally folded them the same way. So I fixed that, I think. So we're gonna sew the second sleeve on and hope that one sleeve's not wonky, because it might be. But so far I'm actually kind of proud of myself, I'm not gonna lie. I'll show it to you, you're gonna love it. You know, actually, this is better than I thought it would be. I'm proud of myself. I can't wait to get the skirt part on. I should actually probably try it on, huh? Yo, and then with the skirt, do you see this? This fits pretty good. What's the back look like? You're gonna have to tell me, I can't see it. Yeah, it got extremely dark, but I am working on the skirt part of the dress, which is very exciting to me because that's the point of a dress, right? The pretty flowy skirt part. So currently it just looks like a big wad of fabric. I think it'll be big. Like, this looks big, but you know, it's okay. I think it's made to be a big dress. It's made to be a little cozy. I'm gonna sew this. I will probably do a reveal in the next day or two when it's light out again, but for now, I'm just gonna keep sewing and we'll see. It is day 2 of trying to make a dress, so let's get into it. I haven't tried this on yet with the ruffle, and I had shortened it, so hopefully it looks okay. I'm gonna move this chair. You can kind of see. That's not bad. It's kind of weird on the bottom. Not gonna lie, I don't hate it. It's definitely too big, and it's definitely not cute, just like in general. But like, I made that. That's not bad. I think I'm ready for a photo shoot. Let's see if we can make this look good. All right, so it is photo shoot time. So I'm gonna set up my gear and try and take some pictures of the dress. I haven't taken self-portraits in a very long time. If you don't know me, that used to be kind of like my thing. I used to take selfies often. That's kind of how I like started photography. But anyway, save that story for another day. I came out this morning because it was really cloudy and I was looking forward to like a moody, cloudy vibe. I even have rain boots on. I don't know if you can see that because it's kind of wet still because it was cloudy. But now the sun's out and it's like actually really harsh sun. I'm a little worried that the photos aren't gonna turn out good, but let's do our best. It's connected to my camera, but is it actually? No. Please, please, please. Now it's making me re-register my camera, but this camera is so old that it doesn't want to register. So I can't get it to connect to my phone, but we're gonna do like how I did back in the day when I didn't have a remote. And I'm just gonna focus on a point. The light just changed. Let's take a picture. Oh boy. That's how we do it. It's a lot more tedious to just be able to look at your phone and see what it looks like. I'm focused on this specific piece of grass. So as long as I stand right here, then I'm good. Is it taking a picture? I can't tell. Oh geez. And then we just do this over and over and over again until something eventually looks good. So I switched to a spot that has like a fence. My expectations were really high, I feel like, for how I wanted this to look, but I feel like the sun coming out already just kind of ruined it. So I can only hope that it looks good. I mean, maybe they're not that bad, the photos that I took. I don't know. We're gonna take the fence pictures and then maybe leave, because even though it's December in Florida right now, it's very hot. So let's hope for the best. Let me set you up and then we'll get to it. I know I said the last spot was my final spot, but this is my final spot. I'm gonna take a couple more pictures and then we'll see how it all turns out. All right, guys, that was it. Who would have thought when I woke up one day and was like, I really feel like sewing a dress would turn into making a video out of it. So this was super fun. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I kind of want to make this a series. So if there's something you think I should try, drop it in the comments below. And stay tuned for the big reveal as to the photos that we took. So thanks for watching. See you next time.